Hello, 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 and welcome to Old Gray Bricks. If you heard extra noise and extra beat, that was Matthew putting his cups on the shelf above, and they were going boop and boop and boop. I was like, "What is that?" Oh. So, hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Glad you're here. Thank you for hanging out with us. Stever is here. Go Blue. That's right. 7:30. The game's on now, and I'm not watching it because, I'm not watching it. But I might turn it on in the background. Battery power. He's told there would be punch and pie. That may mean something different from where you live, but it doesn't sound good to say that around the South. But of course, in the South, we do have Coke Zero and Nanner Pudding, as it should be. So, welcome everybody. Cat. There's a cat sighting. We have a cat. Captain Xavier, say hello to your cat. Where's your cat?
Oh, there it is.
The swamp cat. She's a female.
Man, it's been a while since we had to put a cat butt up, so that's awesome.
These men are perverts. Don't listen to them.
I could quote Badger from whatever Flash or Goram, anyway, but. In fact, you remind me of Badger, sir. I don't know if you know that from Firefly.
I'll take that as a compliment.
It is when all it's intended. So, how are you, gents, this evening?
All right.
You guys forgot to call to wake me up from my couch nap. I'm just saying.
We sent multiple messages in our whatever. Bringing up Brad. What's up, man? That's a man who knocked his Galaxy Explorer off his shelf, but he put it back together. And I saw in that video, Breaking Up Brad, you have space sets that you haven't built in your house. And I'm proud of you. Very proud. And Brad, I have goats. So
goats
and the communion wafers apparently that they feed the goats. I don't know what that is. All right. Glad to have everybody here. Bringing up Brad's here. Yep. Anyway, so if you are not watching the football game and you're a nerd like us, although I'm probably want to watch the football game in the corner of my eye there. Anyway, how are y'all this evening? We're good. Everybody good? Different winning. You have this. I've been staring at this the whole time. Is this the metric system? I don't understand your numbers.
There, sorry. I ran out of 2 by. It's like 30 levels of my building. Currently, I'm on level 11. I was just building this so that I knew how high I had to go, so that I would just stop and not build extra floors. So I'm building my my office. I got all the parts in last week. So now I'm building it up. Hopefully, I'm trying to build as much as I can during the chat. So I've got a bunch of pre-built pieces. Like those are all the elevator shafts, and I've got the some windows built and some longer windows built. So I'm trying to efficiently build the building right now. So I probably won't talk much as I'm doing this, but
So is this for a personal thing? Is this for your office, or is this for what?
I am building the downtown Toronto core. I started with the Hughes Hotel, the Royal York Hotel that I brought to Bristol, Alabama, like a couple of years ago, with our train station in front. And now this is actually the building that's right in front of the train station, and it happens to be my office building. So next, I start building. If I'm continuing with the project, I'll start building the Air Canada Center / Scotiabank Place, which is where the Leafs play. Which is right next door to my building. So,
are you gonna have lots of Leaf fans in a panic outside the arena?
Sure, there'll be specks of dust on the layout because that's probably the scale. So.
I noticed all your numbers are facing away from you.
Well, I did that so that you guys could see how far I am.
Got it.
My camera's too high. I gotta.
It tells me that you count weird in Canada because it goes 8, 29, 30.
It's 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I just ran out of the blue 2x jumper, so I just put 2 single jumpers and put 29.
No, you're supposed to skip 13 because it's bad luck and stuff.
Yep.
We actually have I think we actually have a 13th floor in there, but I don't know. But now you're making me think because I know it's a 30-floor building. Crap. Next, talk about Skydome, which is Roger's place now. But yes, Skydome for everybody in the real world. There, right beside the Skydome is our CN Tower. Used to be the tallest structure in the world for many years. And I was figuring out on this scale of this building, if I build the CN Tower, it will sit on a 48 by 48 base plate, but it'll be 10 feet tall.
Nice.
At this scale, which I don't know if that's physically possible to build in Lego, like something with a base that's, a 48.
Only if you don't try hard enough.
Well, I mean, the thing's anchored, like the real building is actually anchored in the ground, like 100 feet down, right? So
you just need to dig deeper.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I'll have to figure that one out. But yeah, I have to see. The problem is that our building, we only own we own the building, but we only have like floors, I think 20 to 30, and like the first few levels. So the rest of them we rent out. So I've never gone into the elevator shaft that's got the 18 to ground type thing.
Is this part of your campaign to get a raise? Are you building the building to impress the higher ups?
No, not necessarily. But I mean, maybe to get noticed by the higher ups. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe they'll feature it on the internet.
Yeah. Well, I've been starting to do like Lego Telos House. Telos is my company. With when I'm posting the pictures of this, but I'm not sure if it'll pick up at all. We'll have to see. So.
Hey, what you need to do is tell them that there's a museum near my friends. I mean, a museum near Atlanta called Tellus. It's a science museum, and you need to go and see if there's any copyright infringement issues going on, and stay an extended amount of time in my friend's basement and sort his Lego.
Oh yeah, okay, I can do that. I mean, technically, is you guys use 2 L's and ours is 1 L. So yeah.
Don't tell them that part.
Well, that'll be part of the copyright infringement.
Go tell us on the mountain.
Yeah.
Oh me. All right. So what else is going on since we're already talking to you? What else is going on in your world other than counting weird and building buildings?
Building this, I just built the ghost and the Ahsoka's ship. I can't think of the name right now. I built that this week. Yeah, that.
No way. That was wrong.
And I've started trying to figure out where I'm going to stay on my way down to Atlanta, like the first night. Actually, I was debating trying to figure out if I could put something like a metal structure inside. I almost have to, but I don't know. I'll have to see. Nick.
Lots of helpful hints in
Nick's
the.
coming to Atlanta BrickCon, right? You better be.
I have talked to Nick about coming to Atlanta BrickCon. He has this aversion to Atlanta and all things Atlanta. I don't know. We need to get in there.
Lame.
So lame. Hello. Axel Plate is here. Candidate. All right, good deal. I mean, if our Canadian friend can come all the way, hey, you should just swing by and pick him up.
Yeah, that's a little out of the way.
No, it's just a pack.
He's in the DC area, right?
It just swing us a couple miles. Please.
Yeah, a couple miles, sure. What's an extra 10 hours out of my way?
Exactly.
What's your point? Speaking of people who are not coming to Atlanta Brick Convention, Captain Xavier, how are you today, sir?
Too early to tell. I'm doing good. Have not done much in the way of Lego as of late. I went on a quest to try to find some of the latest minifigs and found none. They haven't hit the West Coast yet. We get them way later than everyone else for unfair reasons.
Is that
but
true?
I did at my local Dollar General here in Vader, Washington, which is all of 300 people. We have a Dollar General. They had Series 23, a brand new, freshly opened box.
Oh, wow.
So I looted all the good ones. Grabbed some for myself, grabbed some for my friends. And I continue to wait for Series 25 to show up. I have scales in my car, just in case.
You know about the scan code thing, right?
I've heard about the scan code thing. I've also heard that sometimes it doesn't work. I think though that may be people in other countries who have different codes.
There's two different sizes of barcode of QR codes. There's a smaller one and then one that takes up more of that area in the package. The bigger
Mhm.
ones work. The smaller ones don't.
The
So-
big ones work.
The bigger ones
Okay,
work.
I
Yeah.
do have the barcode
Actually, here.
numbers on my phone along with the weights on my phone, just to double check.
Yeah. Throw the
want-
screen to me for a second.
Yeah,
Sorry.
double check. Give me the goods.
So this is the small one. You can see like the QR code right here.
Yeah.
And then the bigger one is a lot more substantial. And when you scan that, it'll pull up the 7-digit number for the set, and it's really the last 4 digits. Like the 1962 is the goat guy, I think. The last 4 digits of 1962. So
I don't know.
It's real
Anyway,
big in
they
the
haven't shown
60s.
up yet, so it doesn't matter. But
Yeah,
I
fair
want
enough.
goat. I want more goats. And Basil, the Fright Knight, because I have a whole Fright Knight army, and I want more. What are the other ones? The Warrior Lady, because Warrior women are awesome, and the Harpy.
Sword. You know, they make a shot to take care of the harpies. I don't.
The blue cream. Apply liberally. That's all I got. I got nothing else. I'm
you're not interested in the mushroom character?
not particularly.
Okay.
Never liked mushrooms. They
Well, they're
disagree.
fantasy-ish.
Mushrooms and I disagree.
Fair enough.
We have a mushroom lady over there. All right. Steve has been building like a mad fool.
I have.
How are you? What's going
Good.
on?
So this weekend, I finally decided to start building the covering for the Technic on my that's holding my diagonal buildings. So I'll kind of show you what I got. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, but started working on it. This is supposed to represent the glitch in the Miles Morales movies. So I just ran out of pieces. So I've got a bunch of Lego on the way, and I am trying to figure out what to do next. I've kind of been like looking for the minifigs that I want to start putting in my mock, and trying to design my own Doc Ock, which has been kind of challenging so far. But I've got a few ideas, and I don't know. That's really all that's going on in my life as far as Lego goes.
Which Doc Ock are you trying to pull off?
I'd like to do the Tobey Maguire Doc Ock with like I was thinking about using Fat Thor's body and like making a trench coat for him. I don't know, that Doc Ock really just speaks to me. He's like going to Walmart. He's got like pants on and a trench coat. It's gonna so I don't know.
Have you seen the Jack Stone version of him? Do you know do you know what Jack Stone is?
I do. Vaguely I know what he is.
There was a Jack Stone version of that figure, and which Jack Stone figures are absolutely terrible, and he's mega terrible. I'll have to find him now. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment.
But I thought I had a Miles Morales, but all the Miles Morales figs that I have the burgundy torso with the hoodie, and that's not the kind that I want to get. So I'm gonna have to end up buying a set for that, and then there's some pieces for the Doc Ock claws that I gotta buy. So a lot of little sets are just kind of adding up, which is pretty much the case for anytime you want to build anything yourself.
Yeah. There's that day. There's that where you're mocking along and you're then like hopping on and ordering every day, and then it gets into a spiral really fast.
Yeah.
Oh, he's terrible. All right, hang on. Let me throw it on here. Not a big picture, but there he is.
That almost works.
it's so weird. Yeah, can't stand it. 4 juniors. That was. Yeah, there he is.
Wow, it's the right kind of hair.
Yeah, he looks like a bad guy in like a really bad Dick Tracy film or something. I don't know.
It's like
Yeah.
one Technic pin in his back.
Yeah, permanently installed. That was
Really?
that was the way of Technic with those junior sets. The Technic pins were permanently installed. You couldn't get them out, kind of thing. So, yeah, he's been in the spiral. That's the spiral. You are just going hard on. There's even been times going hard on the mock, and you have the pieces in your room somewhere, but you don't want to bother to find them. So you just place an order and wait on the order. You keep on going, and you just the parts in that drawer, but I ain't going to go dig. You just get more of the parts. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, I've already raided my kids' stash like a dozen times already.
Yeah, there's been a time I think I stole a white curved macaroni tile, the flat tile that's 2x2 or whatever. I needed one and I only had one, so I walked over to his his dinosaur, Spider-Man dinosaur, whatever, and I just like plunked it off and everything. He'll never notice. All of a sudden, like a day later, Dad, what happened to my thing? And like, I borrowed it. I'll give it back.
My daughter doesn't play with Lego a whole lot, so she just got all of her Lego in like a big bin that's just like sorted by martial law. And I was like, I take from there all the time. And then like a month ago, she wanted to like build something and she can't find any of the pieces. She's getting all frustrated. I'm like, I don't know. You should take better care of your stuff.
Maybe it fell on the floor or something.
Yeah. Tough one. Tough break.
Yeah. Okay. So my kid grew up knowing where things were sorted, where he could get them out and unsorted. For him to go scratching through a bin is almost torture. Even though now he's working at Bricks and Minifigs, he has to do that a lot. But scratching through a bin, that's what I did growing up. But to him, all Lego are sorted, and he can go. He knows where the drawer is to get the part, not digging through the corner of the telescope box trying to find that last macaroni brick. So,
yep.
For New Year's, I went and visited some friends, and we binge watched the entire last season of Lego Masters. And while doing that, I got to try to rebuild my friend's 90th anniversary castle from 3 Ziploc bags.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, we made it through the entire season of Brickmasters, and I only got halfway done with the castle. I got the first book finished in 8 hours or whatever it is.
Because all the parts are mixed. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I sort of like pulled all the dark gray bricks out, all the light gray bricks out. By halfway through, I was like, I have to sort this. I'm losing my mind. And then I lost the will to live and couldn't finish the other half of the castle.
As opposed to building this 4+ space set where every page was one part.
One brick.
And the kids who are 4+ don't know multiplication, so there's no 2x. You just have to build 2 of them side by side. And 100, there's 100 and how many pieces are in this thing? There are 126 pieces spread over 2 books.
See, I liked it back in the day when you had to play spot the difference with the instructions, and there's like 10 bricks added, and they don't tell you which ones. There's no difference in color. You just have to. And then 6 pages later, you realize you missed a part, and now you have to take half the thing apart to put it back. I miss those days. Those were real building.
When I was 11 and got the yellow castle set, and brother, that thing's made of 1x3s and 1x2s and a lot of spots and everything.
I've got it over here on a shelf.
And it had a pamphlet in it to build from. I mean, it was like a 3-page little thing, dude. So, I mean, you would get lost. I think I cured ADHD for until I got into college because I built that set and it was like my brain then honed in and it became focused, and both hemispheres started working because I suffered through building that thing.
Like the 90th anniversary is 2 massive books. Like the old King's Castle is like 3 pages.
That's right. That's right. And we liked it.
Yeah, as my grandpa would say, puts hair on your chest.
That's right.
Puts
Right,
calluses on your fingers is what it puts.
Yeah. I remember I built that at my grandparents' house and then had to pack it and bring it home 4 hours. So in the box, but their carpet was super red. It was like red carpet. It was like church red carpet, right? You know, and I can remember building that yellow castle on that red. I had after images for that for like a year, sitting on that floor.
You stare at a wall.
I look just like Matt right now, red and yellow. That's all it was.
Stare at a wall and you see like blue and orange.
Yes. Oh me. All right, so let's go to Matt. Matt, what's up in your Lego world today? You building the Venator?
It's huge. It's like takes up this whole end of my build space, and but yeah, I'm about to lay a big old panel piece on it. So the first, it comes in 2 sub boxes, and the sub boxes have about 25 bags, and I'm almost through the first half. And as you can see,
Yes.
all it has, as you can see, all it has really is like the bridge deck level, but we're about to put one of the wings, and then we'll put a second wing, and then I will be at the halfway point. I'll have to open up the other second half. So been working on that, and the big sort. So winter sort is going on, and that's downstairs. And I had 2 of those giant tubs from Costco, and then a smaller tub. And I have sorted 1 large tub and 1 small tub. So I'd say I'm about 60% through sorting them into color bins. So when Van Winnie gets here, I'll just say, okay, you got to sort all the black brick. Is that
Time to
not a
earn your
nice one.
supper, pal.
he's
That's
got to
the
earn
evil one.
What's that?
I'm very behind on brick sorting as well.
I
That's
said
the
black is evil.
Well, that's why I'm going to leave it for the guests to sort.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm only 60% through, and I have some smaller bins, and one of the smaller bins has nothing but black bricks in it. It's like this deep, just black pieces. And I'm like, once I sort that into smaller increments, I don't know where it's going to fit in the Lego. It's not like I have a ton of empty space over there in the corner where all the black bricks are. I'm like, I don't know where it's all going to go when I get
Don't worry about it, Matt. I'll take care of it for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can come over to my house and get the buckets of Technic slag that came through the era of Chima and everything, where it's like some interesting pieces on massive Technic boxes and stuff like that. And I pulled all what interesting off of and just threw the Technic junk in a bucket. That you can sort through if you want, because I can't stand it.
Yeah, Technic is usually the last thing that gets broken down and put into the bins. But I actually did it last summer. I pushed through and got it all sorted out. I mean, one of the things that's getting more complicated is, they are introducing another color, and I'm like, I'm running out of trays for more colors, because I'm a color first then shape. And now we're getting, first we got like, the 1x1 square tiles, and then we got the round ones, and now we got the quarter rounds, and now we've got the 4x4 circle, but it's cut in half. And I'm just like, that needs another spot. Now, what's going to get moved around to fit that into the little tray? So, and then, before you know it, we'll be ordering bulk lug. When that shows up, then where does that go?
Do you ever wonder if before we die, we're going to have just a pile of Lego like Richie Rich or like Scrooge McDuck that we're just diving and swimming in? And, it's not sorted. It's just all dumped in there. So,
well,
apparently that's the dream.
You weren't there on New Year's Eve, but on the Bricks and Beer, we did chat, and Mark and I and Lath were on, and Lath, who's older than us, was talking about, sometimes when I sort, I'm like, this could be the last time I touch this brick. I might not live long enough to use this one. And I was like, ouch. And somebody was like, yeah, who's gonna get all of our brick when we're gone? And I'm like, not usually something I sit around and spend a lot of time thinking about. But I mean, it's Lego. If it ends up at somebody's house or some kid, then they can do whatever they want with it. It won't matter to me at that point. So, but it's not like it's a single use toy or building, whatever you want to think of it.
My son has not seen Monty Python enough to know how to respond to the question, but one day, lad, all this will be yours. And he's supposed to say, what is he supposed to say?
Land.
No, he's supposed to say, well, the curtains. No, not the curtains.
The curtain.
Oh, I thought you were going to quote, I'm not dead yet. Oh, you're almost dead.
I'm not quite dead yet.
I'm not quite dead.
Stone dead in a minute.
He'd be stone dead.
I'm feeling pretty
I think
good.
I'll go for a walk.
I feel happy.
Happy. Oh, thank you so much.
9 pence. No, thanks.
Hi.
Be back around on Thursday. He has seen that. We saw that, and I had to, at his age, skip the Castle Anthrax. I'm like, let's just move on. He was too young, but now it's fine. But you realize he'll be 19 in a month? My son will be 19.
Large tracts of land. She has
Huge tracts of land.
Huge tracts of land. It's not right for my idiom.
Did somebody turn on the Grail light again? Oh, spank me.
There are those.
Which I
who
just
call
now
him
remembered is Grail shaped.
him.
Oh, me. That's a great movie. I watched The Crown with my wife, so I have been thoroughly fancy British. I need to Monty Python things out to balance it. Maybe some Faulty Towers. That would be good. So
Good one. Flying Circus. Can't go wrong with the Flying Circus.
no, man. Saturday afternoons, when I remember being a teenager watching that and Paul Hogan. That was hilarious. The Paul Hogan show from Australia. My PBS station would play that after Monty Python. So funny. It was before he, Crocodile Dundee. He had his own like a funny show like that. It was hilarious. So
I don't think I ever saw that.
I had
was very
no
funny.
idea. He did sketch comedy,
he did.
zany madcap humor.
Yeah. It was pretty funny. I mean, it was all like a couple of just one jokes of beer in Australia and beer, but they were funny. But like Monty Python, being a teenager, all of a sudden they would flip some female anatomy across the screen, and you're like, hey, so that happened. So, but anyway, have we talked to everybody? I guess we have. That was fast. Nobody's Legoing that much. I'm not.
I'm Legoing.
I've built 3 floors since we've been talking.
Yeah.
Wait. Is that 3 floors plus 29th and 30th, or is
No, like 11, 12, and 13.
13.
13?
Yeah.
Oh, bad luck. Go.
I won't know about that one until I get back to the office, which the way it's trending will be November. So
You should put like a bunch of witches and ghosts on the 13th floor, or some serial killers or something like that. That'd be fun.
Okay, I'll try and fit that into 4 plates.
I'm sure corporate will appreciate that.
Well, they're Canadian. I'm sure Canadian architects build the 13th floor and then just apologize about it.
We just leave it empty.
Sorry. It is 12, 11, 12, sorry, 14.
Pretty much.
I did a recolor. I recolored the cool interstellar spaceship, and I made it Explorians. That's the thing that I did. So there's Explorians.
I've seen a couple of people who've done it in Blacktron, and I really want to do that one.
Yeah, this looks really cool. The back end, putting the red in there, looks really cool in Blacktron.
Yeah.
So, but I used the wings.
Oh yeah, very nice.
Put But the Exporian wings and everything. I think Exporians, it was weird, but it's underrated. I really enjoyed Exporians. So Flibnork is in the chat. He was having some difficulties there. So
I've heard that
I did
about
sneak
it.
in you can't see it very much, but there's trans red and trans blue up under the little engine thing.
I was gonna ask if you had the little dishes for reading the tiles.
I thought about putting me on the bottom, and I might still, but I just got the.
You could put them under the wings so they flip out and are deployable.
That's right. That's right. Exporians was weird, but it was that 96, 95, 96?
Late 90s, yeah.
It was kind of the last gasp of spacey space. I liked it though. I liked the big dome thing with that you would open the doors. The little vehicle. That was great. I love the big spaceship from Exporians. The function of it the wings would flop down as you would push. It was cool. That was like it was built with this massive part of the spaceship would move, and that was pretty darn impressive. So
I remember getting all of them.
Yep. Oh me. All right. Well, is there let me pull up the Brick Fan and see what Lego news we've got. I know there's new parts that got dropped lately.
The new Bricklink designer things came out, and of course,
yeah.
at once the most expensive one.
The pre-orders. Let's talk about that. They announced we can do well. I'll just pull this up. I don't think I have not bought a Bricklink whatever set designer program. Have any of y'all?
I bought 2.
Which ones did you buy?
I bought the Venice one, and did I buy the train station? I haven't built either one of them, but I built 2 of them.
I built Jason Alman's the 2 airplanes going like this, but I again haven't built that one either. And I bought all the parts to build the tower construction site, the tower crane construction site set. So
Was
The thing is
Forstmann set part
with
of that,
those-
or was that something else?
what was that?
There was a Forestman set from Bricklink, wasn't there?
Oh, there's this one here, the Mountain Fortress. There has been in the past, yes.
Yeah. I wanted to get that one. By the time I knew it existed, it was sold out. I probably have the parts to build it, but I can't be bothered.
And that's the
Well, I
problem.
thought
Is
it
we're
was,
going
cool.
to
It was a
sell it quick.
combination of all the old Forestman sets.
And that's my thing with these sets is that, like, I was looking at most of them and saying, I probably have all these parts if I just had the instructions. I mean,
And the
Yes.
instructions you can download.
and that's like, I've actually not opened my Venice set because I've actually thought about seeing if I could just build the thing with parts and then put my copy on Bricklink and do that. But
Double your money.
And
Yeah.
then sell it.
yeah,
All right. So there's 5. Is that right? There's 5.
Yeah.
And like I've never bought one. I don't know. And maybe y'all know more about this than it. Do these sets go through Lego? Does it gets washed through Lego and let them look for construction errors and stuff like that, or
I assume so.
Yeah, I believe that's part of it. That they submit the models, then they get chosen, like the top 5 or whatever get chosen. Lego filters them out or filters through them, looking for build issues, I assume. And then, they come up for pre-sale, which was happening. By the way, if they sell 10,000 copies of each, Lego makes a cool $11.4 million in one day, most likely. Just
really?
US dollar, yeah. Yeah, I just took all those prices because they sell 10,000 copies of each set, right?
Yeah.
So I just took all the prices and added them together and times by 10,000. It's $11.4 million. And how
Wow.
much?
It doesn't even make a dent in their budget,
No.
their profit.
What do the designers get out of this? Do they get a cut? I don't know what the deal is with these.
I assume they get similar to ideas, like they get a 1 or 2 or 5%. I don't know what the ideas percentage is.
They get smug bragging rights.
Pretty much.
But this is
Yeah.
also Bricklink and not Lego, so I don't know. They might not get as much. Right?
They might get more. Who knows?
Who
They
knows?
might.
They might get nothing.
They could be like Mark and me and get a couple of weeks of internet fame, some couple of copies of the set, and jack squat. That's what
It could have been worse. It could have been Jack Stone.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been the worst.
There you go.
I
So,
You did get something to whine about for the rest of your life, so I mean, there's that.
I
yeah.
know, 15 years, man. I'm riding that, right? So, all right. So here's the first one, the Mountain Fortress by Sleepless Night. Now, I'm just going to say this: if I got picked, I would say, by the way, my name is not Sleepless Night.
Right.
This is my. But anyway, this is a pretty cool set for me. Looking at it as a non-castle builder, what do you castle builders think?
Where's the rest of it?
Okay.
Or does it fold up like the 90th anniversary castle does? I think that's what it was.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it does. Okay. I like it. Yeah, I dig it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's not going to match the 90th anniversary castle in building style and neat little things in it, but is it worth $380 though is the real question.
Yeah. Well,
Does it
and it's
come
also
with
in a different climate. It's in winter, so
True.
I guess that's easy to fix. But I don't know. I mean, it looks neat to me, but I don't build castles, so
I wouldn't spend the money on it personally.
Okay.
But I mean,
It's a nice picture.
and like Matt was saying, like I if I like a set out of these, I'm just gonna wait for the instructions to become available because they're free download, and I'll just pull the parts from my collection and buy what I don't have, because all the parts are available on Bricks and Pieces.
Yeah.
Right. So
I wonder what happens if you take the instructions and then plug them in. Could you plug them into Stud.io and then rebuy it? How much more would it cost?
well, I mean, like I said, well, for me, the last one I did, I had like 70% of the parts, and then spent $100 for the $100 to get the parts I didn't have, and that set was like $400 worth.
Mm.
So
And the instructions are free, huh?
Yeah. And these, when they go out of print after that, they actually increase in value. Am I not
They do.
mistaken? Because I
Yeah, well,
think
because
they
they only
go
have-
into Bricks and Minifigs all the time, and
Yeah.
they'll have them.
yeah, because they have 10,000 copies, and a lot of people do buy them for investment. In fact, the first year they came out, I remember going to one of the shows and they were doing a yard sale, and some guy was selling it for one of the sets
Yep.
for like double the value.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not what it was, but
This year at Brick Fair, Brick World, somebody had one of them for a huge amount of money. So absolutely.
All right. The Parisian Street. This looks modular compatible.
That's the one I want. And actually, that's not the most expensive one. The castle one's more expensive. So.
yeah, that
But
was
I look at that and I'm like, I might have to buy some of the dark blue roof tiles, but I probably have most.
if you've got a sufficient collection, it's worth just buying what you don't have. And I mean, with Rebrickable, these set inventories will get posted online, and with Rebrickable, you can just pull up that view that has the check boxes of all the parts and just go through what you have, check them all off, and the rest you can, I think, you export to Bricklink or just look up in Bricks and Pieces.
Yeah, once Jeff comes and sort that giant bin of black, I'll be able to just do that.
Yeah, like we're gonna have
Alright.
a lot of time to do that.
For the train heads, old train engine shed. This one's significantly cheaper. It looks nice.
Does it look familiar?
Sesame
Based-
Street.
Well, based on Jake McKee's original version that he built years ago. That's what they said inspired him. It's the same, very similar shape. I mean, train sheds are a similar shape to begin with, but yeah, it was inspired by the Jake McKee version.
That's cool. Just looking at some of the details there.
I like
I mean, I like the power poles. They're cool.
Yeah, I like those whips.
What I heard. No, I don't know what that means. Anyway, all right. Yeah, I mean that's cool. I guess it's compatible with train and maybe milk. I don't know. Anyway, all right. The General Store by Lucky. This is even significantly more cheaper. What do you think about this?
It's a bargain. I like the look of it.
Yeah, I do.
I don't
I mean,
have a
flashbacks of the redneck town I grew up in Idaho. I don't like it.
I
Is
mean,
that your pet buzzard?
my favorite part of the Lego Movie 1 was the scene with the Wild West where the water tower spills over.
Mm.
But I don't have any Western sets. I mean, if I ever did like a big layout, then this would look great in something like that. But you know, I already have space problems. So unless I start laying out a bunch of tables in the unfinished basement, I'm not sure where this would go.
Hey,
Have
Nick, you
there-
say that with the respect, by the way. And do you say that
Oh.
with respect?
I'm not too familiar with a lot of the Bricklink stuff, but from what I remember, aren't most of these just buildings? Do they have like sets that are like animals or anything? Or because I can remember like there's a bowling alley and
Yeah.
the construction site.
Yeah, most of them are buildings. They did have previously. There was a Wild West movie set, I think.
Yes.
A film theme or film set. So this one would go well with that. This one looks cool though.
This would be. I would consider this $50.
Yeah, that's a fun set. That's gonna. So the other thing about this Bricklink Designer Program is that there's a cap on how many they will have for sale. This one will sell out in 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Predict
for sure.
This one looks like a gift for purchase too. That's the funny part.
You get this if you buy one of these. Yeah, no, I like it. That's a pretty tight design right there. I really do. I would buy that if I was in the market for it. But honestly, this would just sit on a shelf. Honestly, like most Lego does. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Would you put this in a town layout? I guess I don't know.
Yeah, you could.
If you had a beach, it would fit well on a beach. Yeah.
Yeah, that would work well at our lug displays where we have the waterfront. You could put that. I actually picked up when I was in Miami Beach. I picked up a architecture book on the lifeguard stations at Miami Beach because they're all shaped differently. And I thought I might try to build one or two of those for when we do our lug displays and we do have the waterfront. It's kind of fun to put some fun looking beach lifeguard stations out there.
Yeah, pretty cool. Oh, the Ninjago. Do you guys like this? The micro, by the way. Yeah, I would get that Snack Shack. $50 is reasonable for me to go in on that. It'll take 3 minutes and that'll be gone. So that limited nature of that then makes me not really want to go. So I mean, I'm part of the problem, I guess. But
Yeah,
are
the
you
problem
guys
with-
excited about the micro versions of all of these Ninjagos? Is this going to be a gift with purchase kind of deal or what?
Yeah, I think it's a gift for purchase. Same as they did the Houses of the World last year.
Hmm.
Right?
I bought all the big size sets, so I honestly don't feel any great excitement about the micro version, but there's people who like that. So
Matt's going to get every one of them because he buys them for the gift for purchase and then sells them off.
yeah, I mean, if I can flip them for $150, then sure, that just helped pay for the latest Ninjago City set that I bought already and built.
I like it. The proportions, even though I know they're micro-sized in it and everything, the proportions seem a little off for some reason to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Right.
agree with that.
But I mean, it's okay. I just wonder, is Ninjago aging? We talked with Mark while he was able to be on and everything. That Small Paul is still into the dragons and stuff like that. Oh, there's just Jeff. What's up, dude?
Hello there.
How are you, man?
I'm upright and breathing. How are you guys?
Come close to that, I guess.
That's cool.
Since we have two Jeffs in the room, it has been a while since.
Here are the categories. First off, Jeff, and Jeff.
All right, we just had to do that for just a minute. It's been a minute since we've had two Jeffs.
Yeah, it never gets old. Thank God that still exists.
It's my favorite. Hey,
I never run
it's
into
like
that
30
problem.
seconds long. I got to play the whole thing.
It's almost like the 21 Jump Street joke where it's the "My name is Jeff" thing that never gets old. That's why I started going by Lee.
It's Jeopardy.
Jeff.
What's going on with you, Jeff? How are you, sir?
Not much. Oh, take me. Everything's fine. I'm waiting on some stuff from Lego. I ordered the space mech and the little space cruiser thing, and tomorrow is tomorrow I'm gonna go to that's the one. I'm gonna go to Bricksville tomorrow and pick up some minifigures, and they open up like 2 runs of them, so I don't have to like play Where's Waldo with minifigures. So I'm pretty happy about that. Plus, they're in those new box containers that you can't feel the figure for anymore, and I just want to get the detective. That's all.
With his red herring.
Yes, I love
So
it.
great.
Yes,
Little-
Scott's box. That's the joke. Yeah, that's the joke. Yeah. Kill me.
My brother's named Jeff, so that makes me happy when.
Besides that, I've been investing heavily in expensive cardboard for dioramas that I can't take pictures of because I live in a shoebox.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so it's kind of like investing in Lego that I can't build because I don't have any space. So this time it's cardboard and 6-inch action figures.
Well, the good thing is you bought small space in your space to build space, so it's okay.
It's 500 square feet of, did I trip over something? Yep, I sure did. Again. But that's all changing in July. So anyway, how are you guys doing? So Xavier,
What?
I want your
What do-
proton pack and proton gun for busting ghosts via Nerf.
Yes,
Yeah, I would like that. So you could just
You
send it
can't
to
have it.
me.
it's mine.
That's not cool.
You'd have to make your own, but you can't because proton packs are still out of stock.
Well, I mean, nuclear accelerators, they're hard to come by these days, and I figure. But that was excellent, by the way. I watched the whole thing and was very
I
pleased.
had fun with that one. I've been wanting to do that build since the proton pack first came out, because it's always been a reference to Ghostbusters, and no one had built a Ghostbusters version yet.
Ghostbusters is like my favorite thing in the whole wide world, besides like naked women and I don't know, pizza. So
It's a good list, I guess.
yeah, I mean. Yep, Jeff's back. It's been 10
Writing that
minutes.
list down,
and
sorry.
I've offended at least 3 people. Excellent.
You're scaring the children.
Why do you have to be that way?
Jeff, how is your big building coming that you've been showing pictures of? That's your big blue rod.
I'm on level 14 right now.
Out of like 26, right?
30.
That was close.
So yeah, it's facing me now because
220, 221, whatever it takes.
Yep. So, how much of the new space stuff have all of you guys gotten? Have you just gone hog wild? Been like, here's half my paycheck. I'll take all of it.
No, Dana's not here.
Ah,
I've got
I
Go
have
ahead.
bought up to the Rover, the big Rover. That's where I stopped. So
yeah.
I've gotten up to there, but I don't have the small mech one because I didn't find that one yet.
My dad went nuts and bought everything,
oh really?
and I was like, okay, Dad. So, where's mine? He's like, get your own money. So I guess when you turn 41, they stop buying you stuff. Weird.
A dinner here or there, but that's about it. So
Yeah. Being an adult sucks.
yeah, I didn't sign up for half of this.
Yeah.
I didn't even sign up for
Lost-
anything. There's like a form.
Yeah.
Well,
At 35, you're supposed to get this thing in the mail where it's like, sign here for all of these wonderful things.
Lower
And
back
then-
pain and
Yeah,
I
as soon
checked
as you
the
sign
box
it, you're-
for not interested, and yet here I am.
yeah, I mean, even if you fill it out, you wake up the next day, your back hurts, suddenly you're $100 in debt, and you're wondering where all your money's gone, and then you start complaining about the damn kids and wife you don't have.
But you do get to yell at people for walking on your grass. So
Yeah, exactly. That's just perks.
I'm
And
in the
as you get
realization.
older, you do get additional perks.
Yeah.
Does anyone know at what age you're allowed to start pronouncing it whores?
Wait, you blanked out on me, but am I okay? Because I didn't hear what you said because internet hicked up. But am I okay not hearing what you said? Or
Yeah, definitely.
Don't worry about it.
You mentioned that, and there's a new Mean Girls movie coming out, and John Hamm is in it. He's one of he's like the gym teacher. And he starts talking about hormones, and then he turns around to the chalkboard and starts writing WHO, and then they cut off to, so he spelled it in a different way, and I was like, oh god.
Wasn't John Hamm on the Christmas Lego Master Special, or is that the other guy that looks like John Hamm?
John Hamm was last in. Well, I mean, I'm trying to think what I just saw him in. Apple TV he was on a show there, but
the new Fargo season, he's in it.
Oh,
he is. Okay, man. I need to watch that. I just watched like 5 episodes of The Bear and got caught up, and I'm like, I need more of this show. So
I need to watch that one.
He's John Hamm is in Bridesmaids, and he's kind of like the bad boyfriend character. He's great, and in being terrible, he's a terrible person in that show.
Apparently, Nick going to Sam's was a whole different experience than he intended. So.
That show has new meaning.
All right, my wing has been affixed.
Hooray!
That's good. All right, so
it's an underwing. Sorry.
So what Star Trek ship is that?
It's one of those new models from the fleet that doesn't get any screen time.
That's fair.
Sorry, looking at the football game. For those of you who are Washington fans, I'm sorry. So things aren't going so well.
What?
Sports ball.
What game?
This is a meteor. This is a meteor game for me. If a meteor took out the stadium and took out both teams, it would be fine. I don't have any.
If a meteor hit Ann Arbor, it would wipe out my childhood home. I can't believe it.
Well, they would have shields up. They'd be all right.
The only thing good in Michigan right now is Sergeant Red's Toy Store in Utica.
So I grew up 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, and I'm on this show, and I'm not watching college football because I don't really care that much about college sports.
Yeah, that's fair.
I grew up in Atlanta. We never put anybody in championships, so that's why I'm not.
The Braves just won.
Yeah, what about the Braves?
MLS just won.
One every. Well, did you see what the Falcons didn't do yesterday? But
moving the goalposts. Try being a Cleveland fan. Now that's a losing city up until 5 minutes ago when they finally won an NBA championship.
Or Phoenix, for that matter.
Or to the University of Idaho. Do any of you even know what team is from there?
Montana.
Buffalo, which got to the Super Bowl 5 times and then lost each time, and then the Sabres also lost in the Stanley Cup Finals twice.
So Idaho has a football team?
We've got 2 college teams.
Yeah, it's like the same thing.
Yeah, Arizona Cardinals. They're like on a 70-year drought or something, aren't they?
They sure are.
Hey, pro soccer in Atlanta is the Atlanta Chiefs, or don't talk to me about it. I don't this newfangled soccer. I don't care. So.
The Cardinals can't commit. Like they have like a great first like half game, and then everything after that just turns to dog shit. So it's fine.
Did that man just utter a disparaging word?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Arizona.
Now we're going to be
bringing it up to PG-13. You're welcome.
Well, you got if you do one more, it's now PG-13. You're still PG at the moment, so.
Well, shit out of shingle.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. You don't have the gift for that anymore.
What for?
You have like the rating thing that comes up. It used to be like PG-13.
Let the record show that nobody was talking about sports until Giddens brought it up because he was watching on TV in the middle of the show.
And let it be known that I said one thing about sports, and y'all continued talking sports. So
This is true.
Yeah, because you were giving us lies.
Yeah, you were talking about stuff. Also, look at this new Mythic Legion I got today.
what is that?
This is a Mythic Legion.
Yeah.
It looks very detailed. Look at that shield. Holy cow.
Right?
How does he walk through Walmart with that sword like that when I knock everything off the shelves?
Well, he walked in a forest, so he's fine. Well,
I mean, talk about getting dressed up for Walmart. That guy is ready to go.
yeah.
Most people just wear like their pajamas.
They make a space line too called Cosmic Legions, but I'm not getting into that nonsense.
Oh, I'll have to
Somebody-
go look it up now.
Somebody in my hockey team, we played this weekend. Somebody was talking to me about their Warhammer figures, about how they paint them all. And he's like, if you ever wanted to get to a new thing, and I just looked at him and I'm like, I have a basement full of Star Wars action figures and an attic full of Lego. I don't need a new thing.
You
I
don't
need a
even
new
need to get
thing.
into a new thing. You can now get Warhammer 40K Lego figures from AliExpress.
I'm like, if I need a new thing, like I need a hole in my wallet.
Or you can go to Joy Toy and buy their awesome 1/18th scale Warhammer figures and then get pissed off when one of their arm breaks off and you realize you spent $75 on an action figure.
What?
Oh, yeah. I ordered a Black Space Marine because I was like, these are cool because I like Warhammer. And then I got him out of the package, I put them all together, and then like I adjusted him so that he could hold his rifle, and his arm just went.
That's why I should always let them adjust themselves.
I got my money back, but it was still the principle of the thing.
What was the very expensive version of the Star Wars figures that Dana was buying? I can't remember.
Oh, those are Sideshow. Those are Hot Toys.
Sideshow. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, but then I bought one, and then I'm like, oh dear, no, you
Yeah.
shouldn't have done that. You started down the path.
The first
Like
time that I bought
train
100,
Lego, man. It's once you start, it's all over.
Yep.
the first time that I ever bought a Mayfix figure or a Mezco figure, which are figures that are usually like $100, I was like, this is the only one. I'm looking at my shelf right now. I'm like, well, that's not true. There's like, I have 5 out, but I have 15 total, and it's like that was $1,500 that could have gone towards something else, literally anything else.
1,500.
Pizza.
$100 per figure.
You know, if you're on the show talking about regret over purchasing of plastic, this is not the show to be on.
That's true. I mean, I
This is
think
a group of
it's like
enablers. This is
a
an
support
enabler group, not a recovery group.
That's true.
But it is going to get pretty hairy for the old Jeff this year because I am going to make it a point to get back to building as opposed to looking at stuff in my closet and going, I remember when I was creative. That was fun.
Well, that's my New Year's resolution because I didn't build anything creative the entire second half of 2023. So
I
I'm right
doodled
there.
today. I doodled with some bricks today, which was fun.
I'm right there with wanting to build more creative as I build this set from instructions.
Yeah, I didn't want to mention that, but you did it yourself, so it's all good.
But I'm sorting. So, sorting downstairs is the first step to having parts to build creatively, right? My
Sure.
Does your Venator
They
look
will
like
do-
Jar Jar yet?
What's that?
Does your Venator look like Jar Jar yet?
Not yet.
Xavier, is there a ghost in your corner? Is that why you were looking off into the distance?
Yeah, I was looking at my castle going, I should finish the upgrades to my castle diorama this year that I started in 2022.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna bring that up, but now that you mention it, when's that gonna happen?
Yes.
Xavier, are you going to go to the Seattle Lego convention this fall?
Probably. I'll probably
I
also
am-
go to the Oregon one this spring.
I'm going to try. When is it in the spring? Is
I
it
have no
May?
idea. March, I think.
Yeah, see, they had it in May last year. If it had
Maybe
gone
it's
back
May.
to it's
Might
May.
be May.
No,
Bricks Cascade and Bricks Con.
They mo-
Yeah.
they moved the date up so that I could, if it was still in May, I could drive all the way out there after school gets out. But I think they moved it into March or April when school's still in session. So I can't just leave town for that. But anyways, I aim to be out there at Seattle. I'm going to bring the mosaic. So knock on wood. So we can meet in person.
Yeah.
Sleep in
Won't that be
tents.
fun?
Matthew is more exciting than I am in person, Xavier, I promise.
We can shoot Nerf guns, except that I don't have any. You have to bring one for me to shoot you with.
No, no. Where will I come up with one of those?
Do your Nerf friends know that you do Lego, and do your Lego friends know that you do Nerf? Do you cross the streams?
For the most part, the Venn diagram of my Nerf friends and my Lego friends is a circle.
What?
What about your Warhammer friends?
What Warhammer friends?
That's fair.
Oh, Warhammer people aren't friendly? Is that what happened?
Warhammer people don't have friends. They live in basements and paint little men.
Oh, that's probably somewhat accurate.
I'm in the basement, but my Lego men are pre-painted.
I'm in an apartment. I paint my apartment.
There's not enough.
No.
That's why Jeff gets those paint fumes, because there's not enough space for the odor to dissipate, and that's why he's.
Bro, I almost burnt down my house earlier tonight cooking a cheeseburger, and then the whole apartment was full of smoke.
Mm.
What a way to go, though.
It's a good burger.
It's
That's
how
my
I think
cheeseburger.
you like to go.
It's two circles perpendicular to each other to make a sphere.
Yeah, it's not entirely inaccurate.
This has been the messiest of Mondays, and it's been quite good. But I think it's time for us to join the last 4 minutes and 46 seconds of the first half. Or no, are we in the third? Second.
Who's winning? What's the score?
Michigan is up 17-3.
Woo!
Against
Suck it, Washington people.
which Washington team? Is it the Cougars or the Huskies?
Commanders.
Who the hell are they?
The Bears.
The Bears.
Which Washington are we talking about? Am I being toyed with here?
I think the one up in your area, not the one that's named after not the capital.
So I grew up in Michigan, and there's a big rivalry, at least from some people's perspective, between Michigan and Michigan State. My buddy would like text me anytime Michigan State would be Michigan, and I would just text back. I always said that would probably hurt if I actually cared, and he would be like, "It's no fun taunting you because you just don't care."
I like that Xavier still doesn't have an answer to his question and is
I
just
still don't know who's playing in this football game.
We're
It's
making
Washington
you go
State.
and tune in.
I could not possibly be compelled to care that much.
Huskies is being mentioned in chat either way.
Oh,
Yes.
there we are then.
I said Huskies. You didn't hear
He's-
me. So.
He's a
No, I wasn't listening.
big fan, as you can tell.
No, I'm not a fan of the Huskies. Too many of my friends went to WSU, so somehow I ended up a Coug fan.
Mm.
So, Chris, are we about to end this plane? Because I think we saw we kicked his ass. Let's get out of here.
Several minutes over, and I'm being assaulted by a vicious puma who was demanding that I go have dinner.
Oh,
Well, shave that cat and teach it to hunt.
so
She brings me snakes.
our young cats like to go and inspect the shower after I get out, and I call them the shower inspection crew. And these two cats are the least alarmed by water of any cats I've ever been around. So this morning I get out of the shower and I towel off and I get dressed and get ready to go to work, and she comes strolling over and I reach down to pet her. Her whole back is wet because she walked under the last little drips from her coming out of the shower nozzle. I'm like, "You're soaking wet." She didn't care. She's like, "Whatever, just walk around."
Well, with that, we'll say dogs and cats living together, mass
Cats.
hysteria.
Matt,
Thank y'all for being here for a very messy Monday. Thanks for coming to see us. Come back on Thursday. We'll do something then. Have a good night, everybody. Be awesome and build awesome and be kind to your neighbor. Good night.